Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to your speaking skills course, and today we're going to cover in our fourth class skills like talking about your goals, talking about your future plans, and also the understanding of reductions. Hopefully that you're actually doing the same exercises I have given you in the last presentations. Please just practice and try to memorize the exact phrases and how to respond. Okay? In your final exam, for example, I will give you, for example, a picture, okay, and ask you questions. Give her an advice. So you need to use the phrases that we have learned and try to answer it. Okay, so we will actually talk more about the final exams later on, but I will give you like kind of a set of questions how the final exams will be later on. So just if I ask you to memorize, okay, you need to memorize the phrases, the keywords in different situations. We have had different situations in this class, right? Situations like today, for example, you're going to talk about your goals. So you need to pay attention to the phrases, how to start a short conversation talking about goals. So let us now move on and try. We will start with the first actually situation. Here's a situation. You will hear speakers talk about their goals and their plans to reach these goals, okay? So I want you to take notes about each person. I'm going to actually also to help you right here. And you don't need to write full sentences. You just write notes also. Also make kind of inference about the age of each person, like if it is young or old or whatever. So which person is probably a teenager, a young, teenager, a young, adult, and middle-aged, and older. So we will listen here, and you can listen as many times as you need at your home. And here we go. Let us listen to these people. They're talking about their goals. Okay? Let us listen now.
Page 56. Talking about goals.
Person 1. I just became a father last week, for the first time, and this has changed everything for me. My goal is to give my daughter a good life. First, I'm going to buy a house. I want her to have a garden to play in. Second, I'm going to change my work time so I can spend more time with her. Third, I'm going to start saving money now for her college education. College is expensive, you know.
So cool. This is the first person, as you can see in this slide. It seems that he is adult, young adult, like in his 30s or 40s, and his goal is to give his daughter a good life. Okay, so he's trying to make kind of a plan, okay? See, his plan to reach this goal is to buy a house, change work times, and save money for her college education. Okay, so this is a very good situation. So in the exam, for example, I will ask you, for example, talk about your goals. Okay, I ask you, what is your goal? So you should be ready to say, my goal, for example, is to, just use these exact words. My goal is to finish my study, and my plan to reach this goal is first to study hard, okay, to work hard to pay tuition for my study, and then try to take as much training courses as I can. That is to have a good career job or future career in the future. Okay, future career. So this is first. This is my goal. My goal is to finish my study. I need to have a plan to reach this goal. 1, 2, 3. So in the exam, I will ask you a question. What is your goal? Talk about your goal. You need to mention one goal and try to listen to the same situation. Okay, this is very important because in the final exam, the computer might ask you to say something about it. So you need to use almost exactly the same, almost the same word. So your goal is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Let us listen to person 2.
Person 2.
Well, I'll tell you what my goal is for the future. I'm going to become the first woman president of the country. And I'll tell you exactly how I plan to do that.
So she's planning to be the president of her country. President of her country, رئيس الجمهورية. And she's going to tell us about her plan now. Listen.
First, I'm going to go to college.
First, she's going to college. See? I'm trying to take some notes. Just I write one word.
And in college, I'm going to study history because I think that's really important if you're going to be in politics.
So, in college, she's going to study history. Why? Because history is very important to politicians. Politicians معناتهم السياسيين. So this is her first step to reach her goal, to be president of her country. First to enter the college and then to do specialization in history because it's important to politics. Cool? So just pay attention to how these American people speak. First, they give you their goal, and then they tell you about their plan how to reach this goal. So I want you to do the same thing, okay? Let us just move on. Listen.
Second, sometime when I'm in college, I think it's important to go and live in another country for a year or two and learn another language, at least one other language.
So, what she said. Second, she wants to go to another country. Another country. Why? To learn a language. At least one language, because a president should be a bilingual person. Bilingual means that he should speak more than his native language, his mother tongue. Mother tongue means his native language. Okay, listen again. So we have 2 steps. She has 2 steps to reach her goal. First, college, to study history, and after graduation, she wants to move to another country to speak another language.
And third, when I come back, I'm going to go to law school and become a lawyer for a few years. And then I'm going to go into politics. I'll start small. Maybe I'll be the mayor. And then after a while, I'll become a senator. And then I'll be in the Senate for a number of years. And I'll be prepared to become the president.
So she's then planning to be a lawyer. Lawyer means a muhami. Then she's going to be a candidate for a senator. مرشحة في مجلس الشيوخ أو النواب. Then she will be a president. So I want you now, everyone, to write, actually to talk about, just ask yourself, what is my goal in this life? My goal is something. And what is my plan to reach this goal? So pay attention. I want you to hear this again and again and try to understand the way they start. My goal is, and my plan is. So in the final exam, I may ask you, what is your, talk about your goal, main goal. Okay, so you need to get ready. Just try to imitate them. Just try to repeat them. Listen to them again and again and write it. Okay? Let us listen to person number 3.
Person 3.
Well, I retired a
So she's not worrying about many stuff. She's only worried about her earth. She's a landowner, so she's worried about her earth, about her land, and she's saying that, do you want me to tell you how she will do that to keep her earth, or to keep her clean, to keep the earth clean or organized? She said,
No. Greenpeace, Save the Earth, World Wildlife Fund, and so on. Second, I write a lot of letters to the government. I want them to change some laws and protect the forests and animals. Third, because I live near the ocean, I'm studying ocean animals, and I try to help them. For example, sometimes there's a terrible oil spill from a ship, and birds get caught in the oil. Without help from people, the birds die. So I'm learning how to clean the birds and then let them go free.
so this is her actually plan to make her earth or land clean from pollution. So she wants to have some fundraising to save some money to to save the land by watering it, and then she sent a lot of messages and letters to the government, the Hukuma, to actually support her project. And she's studying oceans and earth just to keep her land healthy. So this is actually three persons. We have heard to three persons, and they were talking about different goals, but still they have the same, almost the same steps. The first person was a young adult man. His goal was to give his daughter a good life, and he thinks that his plan to reach this goal is first to maybe plans, not only one plan, plans is to buy a house with a garden, change work times, and then save money for her education. The second person, she was a young woman, actually a young girl, and she actually dreams to be a president. Her plans to enter college first, study history, then move to another country and learn a language, then be a lawyer, after that a senator, after that a president. And the third person was his goal was to keep her earth healthy, and she gave us her plans to reach her goal. I want you to listen to person number 4, his goal or her goal, and her plans or his plans to reach his or her goals. Okay? So, and I want you now to just to think about it. Which person seems to have the most practical goals? You know, some of the goals are really like kind of a dream. You can't reach it. Like the second person, person number 2, the one who's dreaming to be a president, actually it's a bit difficult to imagine yourself as a president, to hold the job of being a president, okay, the job of presidency. So it's pretty difficult, right? But it's actually easy to keep your earth healthy. You have a practical ways to do this. Which person to be a dreamer? So this is up to you. You can actually answer your questions by yourself. I want you now to do the same thing. Ask yourself, what is my goal? And give us your plans. Give us your plans to reach this goal. Just try to do the same thing, okay? Let us move on. So when you talk about your future plans and intentions, use be going to. So if you actually if you hear these audios again, you will notice that they used future plans using the verb going to وأيضا will. Okay? When you talk about your future plans or intention, you should use be going to plus verb. For example, I am going to go to college. He's going to become a lawyer. Okay, this is my intention. Intention معناها النوايا. when you talk about a future predictions, predictions mean tanabbu'at. Okay, means tanabbu'at. You should use actually going to or will. So she's going to work with animals. They will live here for a few years. I won't retire for another 20 years. So these are all predictions. You are not sure about them. You just predict. Okay? So here are two important key words that you have to use when you talk about your goals, when you talk about your future plans. So in the final test, try to use these verb tenses. Okay? So let us move on and see also kind of a short dialogue. This dialogue is between Katie and Ben, and try to guess the difference between I will, which is actually I will, it's I will, and the reduction is like I'll. Okay? Katie, Anna is in a hospital. Anna is in hospital. Ben, is she? I'll visit her tomorrow. He said, I'll visit her tomorrow. Katie, Anna is in a hospital. I know. I'm going to visit her tomorrow. Okay, so what is the difference between the first dialogue and the second one? Well, if you look here, Ben, when he asked, is she, I'll visit her, he did not know, he doesn't know that Anna in a hospital till Katie told him about it. Okay, he didn't know that till she told him that Anna is in a hospital. While when he used actually going to, he knew it. He knew that Anna in the hospital. She said, I know, I'm going to visit her tomorrow. So we use going to when we know that our future intentions. Okay, but if you have a prediction, okay, I will visit her tomorrow maybe. So he used will for predictions, tanabbu'at, and going to for something he knows, for future intention. For future intention. An intention, which means he knows what he's going to do. This is what I mean by intention. Okay? So, let us look at this chart again and try to guess the difference between I'm going to and I'll. So here we have two decisions, the short one and the long one right here. As you can see, I'm going to, here is in the past, and now and the future. So when someone uses I am going to, his decision has been decided in the past. Okay? يعني هو ظرف من الماضي. So when I say I am going to USA, I'm going to USA next year, which means you planned this decision in the past. But I'll, it means you have taken a decision right now. Okay? You just know it. Just like Anna example, when she said, Anna in hospital, is she? I will go. See, I decide now, I'll go here to her next, or tomorrow, next day. So, can you guess the difference? So, I'll is used with decision when you take a decision right now. But I'm going to, you're talking about decisions that have been already taken in the past. Hopefully you get it. So, we use going to when you have a plan, you've decided to do something. And we use will when decided to do something now, at the time of speaking, okay? Okay, here, right here. My bag is so heavy. My bag is so heavy. I'll carry it for you. Because I didn't know that it's heavy before. I bought some warm boots because I am going skiing. Okay, so actually he bought a boot in the past to go to skiing. Ton is back from holiday. Is he? I'll give him a ring. What are you doing tonight? We're going to see a play at the theater. Okay, number 5. You can't tell me your secret. I won't tell anyone. Number 6. Congratulations. I hear you'll get married. Or, I hear you're going to get married, because you've heard of some people before you've seen them. I need to post these letters. I'm going shopping soon. I'm going to post them for you. So, from these examples, you can understand the use of going to and will. Here we have also more examples. For example, why are you turning on the television? I am going to watch the news. So you have already decided to turn on the television. You have already decided to turn on the television, the TV, to watch the news. Okay, why are you filling that bucket with water? I'm going to wash the car. What do you like to eat? Okay, the answer is, I'll have a sandwich, please. Hello, can I speak to Jim, please? Just a minute, I'll get him. So these are different conversations, short conversations, using will and going to. But I want you to focus and please just use will and going to with when you talk about your goals, when you talk about your future plans, future intentions. For example, if I ask you, what is your main goal in this life? You should say, I am going to be a president. I'm going to be a professor. I'm going to be an engineer. I'm going to be a teacher, and so on, or accountant. So all of these, and what is your plan for that? You need to explain to us, show us your plan to reach this goal. Now, here's make a realistic goals for yourself in order to start working toward your academic and professional dreams. Most students have dreams about their future. They can make these dreams come true by developing realistic goals. في عندنا realistic goals, في عندنا dream goals. Just to be like, oh, I dream to be a president. Well, it's very difficult to be a president these days. To do this, it is a good idea to begin by thinking of your major goals in life, 2 or 3 big goals, and then considering each step necessary to attain those goals. So we have kind of on these lines outlined below. So I want you to write 2 major goals, and you can take 2 reasons. Actually, like for these goals, like you need to explain to us how to reach these reasons. So these goals should relate to your education for future profession. So for example, if you're an English student, I want you to explain to me your main goal. Okay, for example, my main goal is to be an English professor in speaking skills. For 2 goals, 1, 2, 3. I want to be a teacher, writing teacher, for 2 goals, English writing teacher. For 2 goals, 1, 2. So try to write them, try to memorize them, احفظوهم, because I will ask you later on in one of the quizzes or the exam about this stuff. Okay, here we have kind of side of it. This corner is very important, and it teaches you a lot of speaking, actually, aspects that you may encounter in English language, whether in the United States or Britain. So, how do the Americans speak? If you look at the chart, for example, we have a long form right here. We have reduction, Reductions means how they mingle the words together, how they shorten the sounds, put them together, and they speak so fast. Some of you may ask question, well, why do the Americans speak so fast? Well, there is a reason, because they reduced them, they reduced the sounds, okay? And they mingle it together, they connect it together. So if you look, for example, at this long form, what do you do? What do you do? In America, they usually say, the Americans, what do you? See, what do you? What do you? What do you do? What do you do? What do you? Like it becomes like a one word. So I want you to understand these reductions, okay? So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? This is a short form. What are you doing? See, it takes like a few seconds to say, what are you doing? But here is actually shorter in the reduction. Once you do the reduction, what are you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? So when you say what you doing, it means that what you are doing. Okay? So if you want to speak English fluently, you need to use these short forms. What do you do? What you doing? Okay. What kind of a childhood was it? Kind of. مش of. في فرق ما بين of و of. هذه of. هذه of. Okay. So there's a slight difference between them. What kind of? What kinda? So instead of saying kind of, they say what kinda? What kind childhood was it? What, because of, actually, okay, so you may ask me questions. Why they reduce these of and are and do? Because these are weak sounds. Do is a weak sound. Are is a weak sound. And of is a weak sound. Okay, that's why we reduce them. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Mush, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Try to repeat after me. What do you do? What do you do? Okay, I will test your pronunciation for these actually short forms. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Okay, what did he do? They used to live here. Used to. They used to. Mush used. Some people, they say, they used to live here. They used to live here. هذا خطأ. They used to. They used to live here. They used to live here. That's how you speak English fluently. I'm going to buy a house. لاحظوا كيف going. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna buy a house. مش I am going to buy a house, because it's here it's very slow, the rhythm. Okay, your language is going to be boring. So you need to be very precise and short. Okay, let me just play this audio actually on the audio and try to listen to these reductions. Okay? Okay, let us start now. It's actually CD1 track 28. Okay, where is track 28? Track 28? It's right here. Listen.
The sound of it. Page 59. Understanding reductions.
A. In normal or fast speech, you will hear reductions of some words. Listen to these examples. Can you hear the difference between the long forms and the short forms? Long form.
What do you do?
Short form.
What do you do?
Long form.
What are you doing?
Short form.
What you doing?
Long form.
you do?
Long form. What did he do? Short form. What did he do? Long form. They used to live here. Short form. They used to live here. Long form. I'm going to buy a house. Short form. I'm going to buy a house.
Cool. So, have you noticed the difference between short and long forms? First of all, I want you to pay attention to this advice. You should not use short forms in writing. It's not allowed. It's incorrect. Okay? You can't reuse these actually in writing. It's incorrect. It's ungrammatical mistake. You have misspelled the words. Okay? What I want you to do is as the following. You can write these, but you can't speak this one. Just use them in your speaking, in your speech. Okay? Cool. So I want you now to repeat after the audio and try to say, what do you do? What you doing? What kind of childhood was it? What do you do? What did you do? Okay, what did he do? Imagine, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? It means, what did he do? What did he do? Okay? They used to live. ما بدي تحكوا الآن. They used to live. Okay? We should put this in for the past. From now on, I want to hear, they used to live. Okay? I will test your pronunciation to these phrases, maybe in the final exam. I will show, for example, this one, for example, and I will tell you to speak it, to say it, and I will listen to the way you say it. If it's incorrect, then okay, it's incorrect. So I want you to repeat after him or her and try to understand them. So you need to do a lot of people practices in the speaking, right? So do it by yourself, please. Here, listen to these sentences. Do you hear a reduction? I'm talking now about B. Check long form or short form as you listen. You will hear each sentence 2 times. Okay, let us listen to some of them, not all of them.
Listen to these sentences. Do you hear a reduction? Check long form or short form as you listen. You will hear each sentence 2 times. Examples. A. What you looking at? B. What are you looking at? Number 1. Did you enjoy school? Did you enjoy school?
So he said, did you enjoy school? This is long form, right? Did you? In the short form, what should be look like? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy school? Did you? You is actually weak form. Did you? Yeah. Did you? Did you enjoy school?
Number 2.
I'm gonna study history.
She said.
I'm gonna study history.
She said, I'm gonna study history. I'm gonna study history. Did you notice that? I'm gonna study history. So it is long. So I want you to do it by yourself. Understand it. Oh, Americans say gonna. What does gonna means? It's going to. And I want you to speak it, to say it, to repeat it. Okay? That's how you can speak English fluently. Okay? The last one.
Number 3. What kind of sports do you like? What kind of sports do you like?
He said, what kinda? What kinda? He didn't say, what kind of. What kind of sports do you like? So that was a short. Okay, at home, I want you to repeat it again and again and do the rest of these, number 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. And it's very exciting, actually, exercise. I love these exercises because I improve my listening as well as my speaking skills, because I'm telling you to speak. Just say it as they say. احكوا مثل ما بيحكوا. Just repeat the audio again and again, again and again, okay? So let me just read, what kind of sports do you like? So that's why your actually textbook right here is very important. I want you to buy it because you need to listen to the audios right here. You have 2 CDs. We've already started in our 5th lectures with the first one. Okay, so try to buy it. Okay, let us move on. Here we have kind of vocabularies. I will do some of them, not all of them, and the rest you have to check it in your dictionary. Okay, for example, what does youngster mean? Youngster means a child, right? What does slum? 8 means. Slum means a very poor neighborhood. Okay. So I want you to do all of these. Chum, for example. What does chum mean? Chum means a friend. What to hang on means? What does it mean? To hang on means to wait or not to give up. So it is indeed. Here is actually a good exercise to refresh your vocabulary storage. So do the rest by yourself. Just check your dictionary, go to the dictionary and try to match these numbers with these letters. Okay, hopefully that you have enjoyed listening to me today. So I want you to do the following. I want you to hear these audios again and try to repeat after them and ask yourself the questions like, what is my goal in this life? What is my plan, future plans to reach this goal? Again, I want you also to listen to these reductions and understand them, okay? Thank you so much for listening. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.